Hello everyone and welcome back to another setup video. Now today we're going to be going over the ways that you can use your paddles, and in particular the ways that you set up your paddles and how you use them whilst on the trainer. Now there are a couple of methods that you can use when it comes to the elasticated paddles, and it really comes down to how used you are to using paddles either in the pool or in the dryland setting, because essentially they are a very similar thing. Now your paddle will look like this, and for someone that's new to paddles or new to the elasticated paddles, you may be wondering, well, where do I put my hand? You know, there's a band here, you've got an elastic band here, so how do I put my hand on the paddle? Now typically when you use paddles in the pool, you are likely to have a finger strap, and you're also likely to have some sort of strap that when your hand is on the paddle will potentially go over here. So what you can do is, if you use paddles where you have a strap over your wrist, or if you're newer to the trainer and you'd like a little bit more support and a little bit more feedback from the paddle, you can raise this strap here up, you can put your hand through and then put your finger through the little knot. When you then pull on the paddle, this will then tighten up around your knuckles and it will just get a little bit more firmer, and you can get a little bit more support when you're in the paddle. This method is particularly useful for those who are new to the trainer because it gives you a little bit more support, but also for when you're doing explosive exercises such as the double arm pull throughs and some of the more power sessions that you can find on ZEN8 coaching. Because of that extra support, it allows you to control that movement a little bit better, so it protects you a little bit more when we're doing explosive like exercises. The other method is to totally bypass this strap. So you pull this tight, this will now be flush with the paddle, and then you just put your fingers through and you support it like this. This method is used by those that are more experienced using paddles, or for people that want a little bit more challenge when it comes to controlling the technique aspects of your swimming. This is because you only now have your finger as a contact point to control the paddle, and you no longer have that support across the wrist. Because you only have one contact point through the finger strap, it means that any exercise that you're doing, you have to do with more control and better technique to stop the paddle from moving. Because this method requires you to engage the body more effectively to stop the paddle from moving, it means that you're engaging a lot more control and a lot more technical skill in order to complete the tasks, and therefore makes the skills that you're learning a lot more ingrained and better for when you jump in the pool. I would always recommend when starting out on the trainer that you use both straps to make sure that you have the most amount of control possible, and then when you feel a little bit more confident, or if you're working on particular technical aspects, you can just use the one finger strap to build up that higher base of technical knowledge to help you become a quicker swimmer today. For more information on how to set up or train on the ZEN8 indoor swim trainer, visit ZEN8 Coaching.